Hi, I'm Trisha Dunlap with Dunlap Law, a small business law firm in Richmond, Virginia. I'm here today to talk with you about 4 issues that every business owner needs to consider as you prepare to reopen following the COVID-19 crisis this spring. We're going to talk about 2 in this video, and then in a second video we'll talk about 2 other issues. So first, let's talk about operational controls. These are the kinds of changes that you can make to your business environment that will not rely on any kind of employee behavior or habits. So these are things that deal with the systems and the infrastructure in your business. You need to step back and think about how your business operates from an infrastructure standpoint. Perhaps you have a common area where employees in the past have gathered. You need to revisit that common area and think about removing the furniture altogether so that people can't gather there, or at the very least separating that furniture so that it meets CDC guidelines on social distancing. Also consider issues whether or not adding certain kinds of infrastructure, such as the Plexiglas shields that we see in grocery stores that protect customers from cashiers, might be helpful to protect your employees either from one another or from the customer and employee engagement. So think about the physical space of your business and think about the kinds of changes you can make that will result in operational changes that increase employee health and safety. Other things you might consider are things like splitting a shift so that you reduce the amount of time that everyone is in the same building at the same time. So anything that you can do to change either the systems or the physical structure of your business setting so that the spacing, physical spacing guidelines of the CDC are adhered to will be helpful. Secondly, you can implement some administrative controls. And these are programs and policies that do rely on people changing their habits. So perhaps it might be rigorous hand washing or implementing a temperature checking program, or adding new signs throughout your workplace that remind people of the behavior changes that you are expecting. You need to plan and consider what kinds of administrative controls you need to implement, and then you need to train, retrain, and then vigorously enforce your expectations around these controls. You need to also carefully consider some of the downstream effects of decisions around these controls. So for instance, if you're going to implement temperature checking, then you need to step back and think about what that actually is going to look like. Are you going to check people's temperatures before they come into the building or after? Will they be on the clock or off the clock? All of these are considerations that you need to be factoring into your decisions. So those are the first 2 kinds of issues that you need to think through as you prepare to reopen. This is video 1, and video 2 here in just a minute will consider personal protective equipment and also the kinds of policies you need to have in place. So stay tuned, roll on over to video number 2. And if this video was helpful, please comment down below if you have questions. Share, like it, and subscribe to our videos. Thanks.